For thousands of years, dragons have lived only in stories, whispers carried on the wind, tales etched into ancient stones, legends passed down through generations. They speak of winged giants soaring above forgotten mountains, sleeping beneath oceans, and guarding treasures older than civilization itself. But what if the stories were true? What if dragons were not extinct, but hidden? What if humanity, in its relentless march of progress, had simply forgotten how to look, how to listen, how to believe? This is the remarkable account of one young man, a researcher driven by an insatiable curiosity, an adventurer unafraid to challenge established truths, a dreamer who dared to imagine a world beyond the mundane. This is the story of Ethan Zaravla and his journey into the secret, breathtaking world of dragons, a journey that would redefine humanity's understanding of itself and the ancient creatures with whom we share this planet.
The journey began not in a perilous jungle or atop a windswept peak, but in a quiet library, a sanctuary of knowledge, far from mountains, far from magic, far from dragons. Or so Ethan believed. Inside the massive, leather-bound tome were not fanciful drawings, but meticulous sketches, detailed anatomical studies of various dragon species, intricate maps charting dragon nests and migration routes, pages filled with behavioral observations, notes spanning centuries, hinting at a complex, hidden society.
What's this? I've never seen this section before. These books, they feel different, older.
Ah, Ethan, you found it. The Dragon Archives. A section most scholars dismiss as mere folklore. A testament to humanity's selective memory.
Dragon Archives? Professor, I thought dragons were myths, children's tales, fantasies.
Most people do, my boy. That's precisely why they remain hidden. Humanity, in its arrogance, often mistakes ignorance for non-existence. But the archives, they tell a different story.
This can't be real. The detail, the consistency, it's too much for mere fiction.
Then prove it isn't, Ethan. The truth, like a dragon, often hides in plain sight, waiting for someone brave enough to seek it.
3 weeks later, fueled by the revelations of the Dragon Archives and the Professor's challenge, Ethan joined an expedition, a daring venture headed toward an isolated mountain range, shrouded in perpetual mist and ancient legends, a place known only as the Whispering Peaks.
We're approaching the coordinates, Mr. Zaravla. Beyond this cloud bank lies uncharted territory. Are you certain your maps are accurate?
As certain as ancient texts can be, Captain. Do you really think dragons live here? After all these years of flying these skies?
Think? I don't think. I observe. I've flown these skies for 15 years, boy, and I've seen shadows larger than any airship dance across the moonlit peaks. Something lives here. Something ancient and powerful. We just haven't been foolish enough to go looking for it. Until now.
Did you hear that? It wasn't thunder.
Everyone heard it, Mr. Zaravla. Prepare for descent, and keep your wits about you. We're entering their domain.
Deep within the verdant, untouched valley, a place time had seemingly forgotten, Ethan made history. Not with a weapon, but with an open heart and a quiet reverence for the unknown. Before him, partially hidden by ancient ferns, stood not a terrifying beast, but a dragon hatchling. No larger than a wolf, its silver scales shimmered with an iridescent glow in the dappled sunlight. Its eyes, the color of molten gold, regarded Ethan with an intelligence that defied its size. Unlike the monstrous depictions of legend, the hatchling appeared curious, playful, and undeniably intelligent. It was a creature of grace and nascent power, a living testament to a world humanity had long dismissed.
Easy. Easy there. I'm not here to hurt you. I'm just curious. Like you, perhaps. You're real. You're actually real. All of it. It's true. You remind me of a giant cat. A very scaly, very majestic cat. And apparently you agree. Or perhaps you're just allergic to my theories.
Over the following months, Ethan, with the hatchling, whom he affectionately named Spark as his guide, meticulously documented dragon behavior. His discoveries, recorded in countless journals and sketches, changed everything humanity thought it knew about these magnificent creatures. Dragon hatchlings practiced flight much like young birds, albeit with significantly more dramatic landings. They wrestled playfully, tumbling through the air and across forest clearings. They engaged in complex games of chase and hide-and-seek, and even developed unique, nuanced vocal calls, a language of chirps, growls, and trills that conveyed a surprising range of emotions and intentions.
Field Journal Entry 14. Dragons are highly social. Contrary to legend, they do not spend their lives alone in hordes of gold. Most species live in complex family groups, often spanning multiple generations. Parents remain intimately involved in the upbringing of their young for years, teaching them hunting techniques, flight patterns, and the intricate nuances of dragon communication. Young dragons learn through observation, mimicry, and extensive, often boisterous play. Field Journal Entry 22. Fire breathing, or more accurately, elemental projection, appears linked to specialized biological organs unique to each species. Different species produce vastly different elemental effects. While the classic image is fire, I have observed dragons capable of projecting ice, bolts of raw lightning, dense, disorienting mist, and even shimmering clouds of crystalline dust. Each element is a reflection of their environment and their unique evolutionary path.
As Ethan traveled farther, guided by ancient dragon migration maps and the occasional cryptic hint from Spark's elders, he discovered dragons existed across the globe. Not just in isolated valleys, but in every conceivable ecosystem, each perfectly adapted to its environment, a testament to nature's boundless creativity. Ice dragons, massive white dragons, their scales like polished glaciers, hunted across frozen tundras. Their breath, a frigid gale, could freeze lakes solid in an instant, creating vast, temporary hunting grounds for their prey. Jungle dragons, bright emerald dragons, their bodies sleek and agile, glided silently between enormous trees, their wings barely rustling the canopy. They rarely touched the ground, living their entire lives in the sun-drenched upper reaches of the rainforest, masters of aerial camouflage. Desert dragons, golden-scaled giants, their hides like burnished brass, disappeared beneath shifting dunes like living submarines. They navigated the scorching sands with an uncanny grace, emerging only to hunt, their movements as fluid as the desert itself. Ocean dragons, serpentine dragons, some measuring hundreds of feet long, swam beneath entire fleets unnoticed. Their movements created subtle currents, their songs resonated through the air. communicating across vast oceanic expanses, gardens of the abyssal planets.
At the very edge of the known world, in a hidden sanctuary high above the clouds, Ethan encountered a creature older than recorded history, a being of immense power and profound wisdom, whose eyes held the weight of millennia.
Welcome, Ethan Zaravla. We have been expecting you.
You know my name? How is that possible?
The dragons have watched you, young one. We have seen your heart. You seek knowledge, not power. Understanding, not conquest. That is a rare and precious quality among humans. A quality we have not seen in many ages.
Then why have dragons remained hidden for so long? Why allow humanity to forget you, to fear you?
Because humanity forgot how to share the world, Ethan. Many sought conquest, dominion over all they surveyed. Few sought understanding, coexistence. We chose to withdraw, to protect our kind, to preserve the balance that humanity so carelessly disrupted. But perhaps the time for hiding is drawing to a close.
Not all dragons welcomed Ethan's presence, nor did they share Aurelia's cautious optimism. Far in the volcanic wastes, amidst rivers of molten rock and perpetual ash clouds, a legendary black dragon watched from the shadows. Shadowwing, a name whispered in fear even among his own kind. A survivor of countless conflicts, harbored a deep, unyielding distrust of humanity. Shadowwing carried scars, both physical and emotional, from centuries of conflict with humanity. His distrust ran deep, a wound that time had failed to heal. He was a living monument to the dragon's painful history.
Leave. This is not your domain, human. Your kind brings only destruction. I am not your enemy, Shadowwing. I come in peace. I seek only to understand, to bridge the gap between our worlds.
Humans always say that. Before bringing chains, before bringing fire and steel to claim what is not theirs. I have seen centuries of your understanding, boy. It always ends the same.
Then let me prove we're different. Let me show you that not all humans are driven by greed or fear. Let me show you that a new path is possible.
Every century, a phenomenon of unparalleled grandeur occurred. Dragons from across the world, drawn by an ancient, instinctual call, gathered for the Great Migration. A breathtaking spectacle, hidden from human eyes for millennia, a testament to their enduring spirit and unity. Dragons of every size, color, and elemental affinity crossed continents, soared over vast oceans, and navigated treacherous mountain ranges. They followed ancient routes, etched into the very fabric of the planet, paths older than civilization itself, converging on a secret, sacred gathering place. Then, disaster struck. Without warning, a cataclysmic magical storm erupted directly over the migration path. A maelstrom of raw elemental energy tearing through the sky, threatening to scatter and destroy the migrating dragons, especially the vulnerable hatchlings. In that moment of ultimate peril, an unprecedented alliance was forged. For the first time in recorded history,
humans and dragons work together, not as adversaries, but as allies, united against a common, overwhelming threat.
Incredible! Thousands! Maybe tens of thousands! It's beyond anything I could have imagined! The hatchlings can't fly through this! They'll be torn apart! We have to do something! Captain Mira, use the airship's lights to guide the young dragons south! Aurelia, Shadowwing, clear a path through the worst of the storm! We'll protect them! We'll clear a path!
The storm's growing! We're losing altitude! The airship can't hold much longer!
Ethan! We need your help! Your human ingenuity, combined with our strength, is our only hope.
After what felt like an eternity, after hours of relentless struggle against the raw fury of the storm, the skies finally began to clear. The magical maelstrom dissipated, leaving behind a sky washed clean and a fragile, newfound understanding between two disparate species.
You stayed. You could have fled. Most humans would have.
Of course. We wouldn't abandon you. Not when you needed us.
Most humans would have fled. You are different, Ethan Zaravla. Perhaps there is hope.
Perhaps, my old friend. Perhaps the age of hiding is truly ending. Perhaps the bridge between our worlds has finally been built.
Final journal entry. Dragons are not monsters, nor are they mere pets to be tamed or owned. They are a people, a civilization, ancient and profound, a living wonder, deserving of respect, understanding, and protection. The greatest lesson I learned was not how to raise a dragon or how to keep a dragon. It was how to respect one, how to listen to their wisdom, how to learn from their ancient ways. And maybe, just maybe, how to become their friend, how to share this world, not as masters and subjects, but as equals.
Years later, Ethan Zaravla's meticulous journals, once dismissed as fantasy, became the foundation of modern dragon studies. His work, his courage, and his unwavering belief in coexistence ushered in a new era of understanding between humanity and the ancient, majestic creatures of the sky. The dragons still fly, beyond distant mountains, across hidden skies. But now they fly with a new hope, a new understanding, waiting for those willing to look beyond myths, beyond fear, and embrace the wonder that lies just beyond the veil. This has been Audio Adventures of How to Raise and Keep a Dragon, Zaravla Journey.